really all about you, Lord, honestly.
Thanks for letting us ramble a little bit this morning. We're going to jump into Proverbs 15. Proverbs 15 today. It says, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it, is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but in the revenue of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who follows righteousness. Harsh discipline is for him who forsakes the way, and he who hates correction will die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, so how much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. I like that verse. I'm going to say it again. A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. A merry heart makes cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who is of merry heart has continual feast. Better is a little with fear of the Lord than great treasure with trouble. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fatted calf with hatred. Wow. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger he who is slow to anger allies contention. Say that one again, I'm sorry. It's 18. Can you read 18?
Yeah, a hot-tempered man stirs up dissension, but a patient man calms a quarrel.
Good job. Thank you. I said good job. Like I'm in the classroom. Right? The way of a lazy man is like the hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. The folly is joy to him who is destitute of discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Without counsel, plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. I'm going to read that one again. That's a key verse, strong verse for life. Without counsel, plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. Can you read 22, please?
Yes. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed.
Very good. So number 23, a man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good it is. The way of life winds upward. The way of life winds upward for the wise, that he may turn away from hell below.
You okay?
Yeah, I just didn't understand. Yeah.
What number?
That's 24.
Okay. The path of life leads upward for the wise, to keep him from going down to the grave.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm reading and trying to understand at the same time, and so this is kind of how it works for me. That's why I always have more than one version open, and I kind of go back and forth. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the boundary of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked man are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones healthy. Good news. Got to have that good news.
Good news.
The ear that hears the rebuke of life will abide among the wise. He who disdains instruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds rebuke gets understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that last one, 33?
Yep. The fear of the Lord teaches a man wisdom, and humility comes before honor.
Outstanding.
Humble yourself.
So our life application today. Comes from Proverbs 15, the first 7 verses. And it's titled, Master Communication and Manage Conflict.
Wow. As you master communication, you
Manage conflict. So one or the other. So it's a
key for marriage.
So enriching. Yeah.
Especially in the beginning of your relationship.
Yeah.
That's a key for everything. Your life, your job, your family. Oh my God.
It's straight wisdom. Remember,
wisdom. Communication.
Wisdom is the application of knowledge and understanding. Knowledge is just information. Understanding is to be able to give it value. Wisdom is to be able to master or put in place in activation that value of the information you have. So that's why you have to study.
Yes.
The more you know, the further you go.
The more you grow.
Right.
The key thing about mastering something does not necessarily mean to be the master of it,
Right.
but to understand all of the intricate parts of it. The word communication, or the definition of communication, or understanding what communication is, there are many different ways. Body language, what you say, how you respond, saying nothing at all. There are all kinds of intricate areas in communication, and understanding it is what's going to help you to manage conflict, because it's going to be the way you respond, the way you look, the things you say, the things you do not say. And that is so key to a relationship. That's key to being a parent, because your kids read you and you read them.
It's all about that application in the moment.
God knows.
In the moment.
Help us, Father.
The moment changes, and sometimes it changes on us quickly. And if we're not aware of it, we're not emotionally intelligent, aware of it, then we react out of just our humanness, rather than respond from the knowledge and understanding we have, and put the wisdom in place. So that's why it's a continuous thing. So that's why it's called mastering. That's a continuous thing. So you can manage, which means divide, put in place things. So here we go with Proverbs 1:15, 1-7. And it says leaders are expected to manage conflict within their organizations. But how can one best accomplish this? How can you manage that conflict? Well, a good place to start is right here in Proverbs 15:1. Yet, while we often quote this verse, right, and I'll read the verse for you. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. You want me to read it in your verse?
I'll read it in the Passion. Respond gently when you are confronted, and you'll diffuse the rage of another.
So we say that, and you heard that in many different ways, not just hear from the word. You've heard that in many different ways, but putting that in practice is tough, right? Sometimes only the leaders of an organization and entities are given their liberty to express their anger or their dislike.
That's so true.
Right? So it could be an organization you work with, or even in your household. Sometimes we as parents, we don't even really give our children, we say we want them to talk, but we really don't give them that freedom to talk and express their feelings the way they actually are. We want them to give them to us the way we want them to.
Or we want them to listen and hear us the way we want to respond. So just like we're the owner of the corporation, this is our house, this is my house. I'll say it how I want. This is my house too. You pay some bills.
Yeah, that was me. That was really my thing.
You pay no bills around here.
Chipping in here. It's my house, Gus.
So that's key. That when it says that people who own the corporation, they respond any way they want. They just expect people to receive it and accept it.
You see it in churches, local churches, especially in the Black and brown communities.
Oh my goodness.
Community centers. You see it on teams with coaches. I mean, just we only give ourselves as the leader, as we see ourselves, the liberty to really express our anger, our dislike, or our emotions.
And it's because people say that saying, I paid the cost to be the boss, Well, guess what can happen? The boss can be in a lonely position and be alone, because those people will find other ways to flee the other direction to get away from you. So,
and when that happens, communication begins to break down. And you're not turning away. You're not doing what it says. Turning away, managing or turning away a harsh answer. So in essence, we just kind of want to say that to you, that yet while often we quote the verse, it's hard to practice. And sometimes only leaders of organizations and entities are given the liberty to express their anger. And sooner or later, that kind of unhealthy transfer back and forth. In our houses, we say that our children are disrespecting us. It's not always disrespect. Sometimes it's just communication. To teach them how to say it is one thing, but what is being said, I mean, that's valid. That should be on the table.
We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we did. Even with adult children. So sooner or later, this kind of unhealthy environment that comes back to haunt not just the leader, but everyone in the environment. Because poor and patterns are learned. Unhealthy patterns and incomplete ways of communicating are learned. You then learn to suppress what you're thinking rather than to put it on the table and find ways to put it on the table so that others can receive it. So that's what we're teaching each other, especially in households as you're growing up. You're teaching your children to communicate.
Yeah, you want them to.
Right, but you're learning too. So here's what we're saying. We're saying leaders must create safe places for communication. So if you're a husband, you're a leader. If you're a wife, you're a leader. If you're a parent, you're a leader. If you're a big brother, you're a leader. If you're on a team, a big sister, if you're aunt, uncle, cousin, grandmom, if you have a business, if you're
a person.
Yes, you're a leader somewhere in some capacity with your level of giftedness. It's up to you to create a safe place for communication to happen. For everyone, not just for you, but for everyone, right? So if you master communication, then you manage conflict, right? And what is conflict? Is that combating, that butting of heads instead of that opening and synergizing. So communication doesn't mean everyone agrees, sees things the same way. It means it's the resistance to be able to hear it is there. So when communication is gone, you don't get this, you get this.
Right.
Still two different things. It just connects together so that it's one continuous vibe.
It's not just about you. It's not just your way. This is not a world where everybody else are the bowling pins and you're the bowling ball rolling over everybody.
Right.
No.
Right. So there's many times Kim and I don't actually see eye to eye on that thing.
Just now the 15th and 16th day.
So you have to choose. Do we butt heads or do we find a solution?
Like, okay, you call it 15.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear you saying. So how do we get to the solution?
Absolutely.
Right. It's not about the moment. It's about the solution. So if you look at the first 7 verses in Proverbs 15 and we listen to its counsel about managing conflicts, here are 7 things we get. So from the first verse, we get remain calm and gentle when confronting conflict. That's the first key. Remain calm and gentle when confronting conflict, and your example
will become contagious.
Right.
Somebody else will see how you respond and be like, yeah. Change the thing. It'll change that whole mood.
Right. So by example, so you biting the bullet is not just you biting the bullet, it's you showing someone else how to, so that communication can happen more effectively all over the board.
The next one is speak wisely and making sure that your information is truthful and accurate. That's in verse 2. Make sure what you say is honest, that it's accurate. And if you don't know, then just say, okay, I'm not sure about that.
Right.
And then you're being truthful.
Right. And another twist to this is sometimes in the communication thing, we want to communicate from our vantage point, from what's convenient for us or how we see things. Right. And that's not always the full truth. It's just our convenience.
Right.
So you gotta speak truthfully,
That's really big for us parents.
Make it accurate, the whole thing.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah, he does have a point. Okay, I can see that side too. So remember, there's always 3 sides to a story. My side, your side, and the truth. Right? The third one, remember God is, and this is verse 3, remember God is the ultimate judge. God is the ultimate judge. And he'll execute justice, not you. You don't execute the justice. So you're not in this conversation, this communication arena to lord over and to thinking, all right, what's going to happen to everybody now? You're not the judge. God is. You're in the process.
Right.
And you let God and the wisdom of the principles.
Even in the high position of being the boss.
Right.
If you do that, you will find yourself most lonely, and you will find the turnaround in your position, in your company, happening so swiftly you don't even know who's in this office from month to month, because people will leave.
Or you'll see your children wanting to go.
Run away.
And really not spend much time, around you.
You have to re-establish a relationship.
Or if they can't go yet, you'll begin to see that divide, that wall come up where they're keeping parts of their lives away from you.
Yeah.
And you may not even know it because you're not paying attention.
Yeah, we know about that.
Right. So here we go.
Lesson learned.
The fourth one. You want to do that?
Oh, yeah. Use your words to foster healing. Focus on fixing the problem, not the object of blame. Right. So, yeah, definitely focus on fixing, what's happening. Working together.
Yes. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key. Working together to accomplish a thing. So it's not about the blame.
Yeah.
Again, day 15 or day 16, we could have went back and forth about, okay, who forgot to say it was which day, and now we done put all these labels up with the day behind, so we could have focused on the blame, the object of blame, or we could say, okay, so what's the solution? How can we fix this? How can we move forward? That's kind of a soft example.
Yeah, because we've had others, but you understand what we're saying. That
Be solution-minded.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Be solution-minded. That's how you master that communication. The next one, stay teachable. Big deal right there. Stay teachable. Yeah. How do you stay teachable? Your ears are open. You're not listening to answer. You're listening to learn, right? You're slow to speak, and you're always open to communication and willing to adjust yourself. How do you remain teachable? How is how? H-O-W. Honest with where you are, open with where you are, and willing to make some change.
To shift from where you are.
Stay teachable. Be open to correction. Quick to apologize when wrong.
Now, the word apologize, be very careful, because a lot of people say, sorry. Well, you didn't mean it. So don't even, just save it until you really are serious about what you're saying. And then even the word, even the apology itself doesn't take away everything. It might make that person feel better that you at least humbled yourself, but the apology happens in your actions. It's repenting. Not thinking that way about that person, not doing what you normally would do to that person, and not leaving with that same mindset. Well, they can say what they want. No. That's not a real repentant heart. Right. So it's changing things. Exactly. It's turning around and saying, I never thought of it that way. Look how I'm acting. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way, and you misunderstood me, and I said it wrong, so I need to get this together. Right. It's knowing and accepting your part and turning from it, not just saying sorry.
Right. So broaden that to not just mean like there was something wrong, like a conflict or some kind of tension between two people, but also take that apologize piece to mean as the way you're doing things isn't the greatest. Right. So it could be something as Kim gave an example about laying the floor down. We were laying the floor.
Oh, a couple days ago. Yeah.
Right. So I laid one piece of the floor down, and I kind of did it my way. Wasn't really as forward thinking as Kim was. We got to this other piece of the floor. She said, "Why don't you do it this way?" Right. So the apology happened when I say, all right, I see what you're saying. Let me consider that.
Even though he didn't say it, he did it.
Right. Rather than my way, because my way is not as productive. It's not going to give us the best finished product than your way. So apology, when Kim said it means change, it's not just the words. The words just is the defense mechanism that you use to defuse a thing, right?
And it's okay at some point.
So that's part of it.
Till you think through it.
Right. But the apology piece is you changing your perspective, your direction, your path to consider another one and say, hey, we can go this way. I think that way's better. Right?
Or we can try.
Right. That's why apology and teachable are in the same sentence. Okay? We got two more. I got to go quick. Add value to everyone who contacts you.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Add value to everyone who contacts you, even when you disagree with them. Even when you disagree with them. I think of Kamala, she may not, she's worked in different schools and different environments. When we moved to California, it was more of a suburban kind of a vibe. We've always worked urban, and there's like unspoken rules and
yeah, in both places.
Right. So she had to learn some different ways, but they also, she brought some value to the table too. She didn't always see eye to eye with some of the decisions that were made in those other schools that dealt with some of the potential students or students who were more marginalized, you know, because we understood that environment
a little bit more.
Right? So she would say her things and how to help. It wasn't always received well, right? But she still put it on the table. And
consider
this. And it would work out well for the student because she understood that potential or marginalized population. What I'm saying to you is that she didn't always agree with the system, and the system didn't always agree with her and the people that were at the school, but it was put on the table to add value. Here's another way that this can be done.
And one thing that I saw even in that atmosphere was they listened and eventually applied some of the things that I said, and before you know it, and then I was teacher of the year. So I mean, not that I'm teacher of, well, there I was, but what I'm saying is they could hear it. Thank you, babe. But they saw it and realized, maybe this will benefit our children, and it did. God he will move some things for you.
And the last one is speak words that spread knowledge and understanding. Speak words that spread knowledge and understanding. Real quick story, years and years and years ago, I was working at an organization, had just moved here to York, and we went away to a professional development, it was a community-based organization, and we were talking to the professionals there, back and forth, and I was really trying to find out and learn something, right? And one of the people that I was working with said to me, why you always gotta talk that way? And they were talking about my vocabulary, and they were talking about the questions that I was asking. Because those questions were, not just like regular questions. They were questions because I really wanted to know and understand the concepts and stuff that was going on. My point that I've given that example to say is that you have to speak in a way that's going to stretch the room, that's going to add more information so that people can seek to kind of understand or categorize that information so they can grow.
And you can grow.
Yes, that was exactly what I was going to say. And you can grow. That way, everything that you're doing is looking and moving forward.
So the key is communication into the challenge.
So we have more of a lower focus today.
Okay.
We're not going up and down on but it's more of a lower focus. So let's go ahead and get started.
Need to move a mat, or
we'll see what happens. So go ahead and get started. Marching in place. Again, remember, you always start out getting your body moving, warming before you stretch, right? Don't start out cold on the stretch. So start moving. So what I want you to do is get those hands, swinging those hands at a 90, lifting those knees up, waist high, pointing your toes, right? So you're putting it in your shin. You're flat-footed right now. We're going to take it to another progression and go up on our toes. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Same thing, but now I'm marching on your toes. Engage those calves. You got it, you guys. Good work. You can move at your pace. So I want you to stay controlled. I want you to stay controlled with your march, right? You don't have to go so fast, but you do want to stay controlled. Spread out the toes. Get a wider base of support. I don't know why I put the mats down every day. I'm moving. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Slow jog. Kim's doing the modified.
This is the modified version, guys. If you see that I have one leg that's not lifting, I keep hearing my bone pop on this one, so I want to move it, but I don't want to lift it too high.
So you want to focus at the end of that move. Every time you lift that up, lifting it just a little bit more to keep that knee waist high. Now we're going to pick that up. Just a little faster, your pace.
We're marching, core tight.
You want to get those lungs moving now.
On your toes. Control the movement.
Ask you to focus on the lower half. Keep those feet flexed.
But keep moving.
I'm already breathing. I think I say that every day. 2, 1. Jumping jack feet out and in. Bring the hands together. Elbows out.
That thing, we gotta figure out how to move. Close that off.
Feet in and out on the balls of your feet.
I guess I could keep my
Toes spread. About to go 2 out, 2 in. Out, in. There you go. Now keep your booty somewhat tight so that your body stays erect.
Your gluteus maximus.
So you're not putting too much weight in your lower back. Right? So when I come together, I kind of tighten my legs a little. When I go out, I tighten my legs a little. Now we're going to put the arms back in. Up, 2, down, 2. Down, 2. There you go. Get those shoulders involved.
Good morning to all of you guys who have joined us.
That's right. You're moving now. Shoulders involved. Chin tucked. Head and eyes to the front.
Keep in mind, do what you can do.
We're going into single jacks.
To do more than what you did the day before. Sorry, babe.
So you're focusing on keeping those knees soft, contacting the ground, chin tucked, shoulders low, neck long. Move at your pace. If you need to slow down, slow down.
Yes, slow down if you have to, even if you're doing this.
Just keep moving.
It's all about your challenge.
We're going to go to a basic squat. Feet just a little wider than the shoulder width. You're going down and up. You're going to feel this first couple. There you go. When you go all the way down, butt back. When you come up, tighten it. When you go down, butt back, come up, tighten. Keep your chest up.
For you girls who used to be cheerleaders, you know these moves. Tighten up when you come back. Stand up, rather.
Last one, we're going to stay low and pulse. So you want to get as low as you can. You want to push that butt back. Chest up. Chin tucked. Right, kind of bring that hip in, bring that butt in a little bit. Don't flex out too much. Kind of bring it in.
Woo.
So you engage that core.
Reset.
Engage those inner thighs. Feel it there, top of your thigh. Large muscle group. You're going to want to run away from it. Don't run away from it, run to it. 3, 2, 1. Come on up, reset. Hands up high. You're going down to a squat, keeping your hands up. All the way down, bring it up slow. Squeeze up top. Push back down the bottom, squeeze up top. Shoulders relax. Neck long. That's right. You'll feel it in your core when you get to the bottom. And back up. Come on. There you go. On this one here, go down, keep it there, stay down, stay down. Burst up, slow down.
Tiptoe.
Burst up,
Tiptoe.
quick jump, slow down.
Tiptoe.
Slow down, keep your hands up, I'm sorry. I'm in the basement, so I can't really jump too high. Just a couple inches off the ground, slow down. Burst up, slow down. Explode up, slow down. Come on, stand up, reset yourself. We're going to connect one foot behind the other. If you have good balance, you can just hold on to your hips. I don't, so I need a chair or something. All you're doing is going up in a
Calf, is that a
calf raise, right? So you're spreading your toes on the floor. You're keeping that.
You're getting on your tippy toe.
Right. But you are focusing on that calf muscle. Lifting it all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to stay on that same foot and do a little hop.
We are just moving faster.
Little
Doing the
kangaroo
same
hop.
thing. On your tippy toe, up and down.
So you focusing on the calf. So what that means that your heel's not touching the ground. Little kangaroo hop.
That's the whatever you like jump.
Right? Just up and down.
Reset.
You'll feel it burn a little. Keeping that knee soft. 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch legs. This time, other leg hook around. Calf raise. All the way up. Relax those shoulders, neck long. Right? Making sure that you're feeling that weight all the way through your body. Spread your toes on the ground. Lift it as high as you can. Right?
This leg makes me shake.
Yep, one leg's always stronger or weaker than the other. Back to the kangaroo hop.
Whatever ones you like.
Keeping that heel off the ground. Keeping those feet spread.
All right, I gotta
Keeping
reset
that other heel connected to the back of your Achilles heel. Right? Just jumping. Working that calf. Keeping that heel off the ground. Good job. I know it's burning. 3,
Woo!
almost there. 2, 1. Reset yourself. You ready? Next exercise. We're going to a narrow lunge. One foot forward, the other one back. Just narrow lunge. So that back knee bends. It's going straight down. You want to force your body straight up and down. Right? So you got 3 lines. I got a straight line from my front toe, straight line from my back toe, and a straight line with my head to my waist. I'm just going straight down, guys. As you get better at it, you're going to go a little lower.
Tighten your core. It
Right?
helps.
So I want you to come up, reset, go back a little wider. Same thing. You'll feel yourself go down a little lower. I started with my good leg. I should have started with the other leg.
I gotta take a second
Right?
on this leg.
So when you come up, you're focusing on straightening that back leg. So bend, straighten. When you straighten it, you'll feel it in that hip flexor. Right? Reset. Bring it back further. Now you're just going down and pulsing. So you're going to feel yourself want to lean forward. Because when you lean forward, it eases up on that back leg. Fight yourself to push your body back straight up and down.
All right. Watch
You need to reset, get back in. Or get up, walk in a circle, and come back.
Like I did.
So one of the things I do is you see my head keep lifting up, bad. Focusing on keeping that chin tucked. Shoulders back and down. Reset. You're going back to that same position. Now you're just holding it. No pulse, no nothing. Focus on that back knee being down. You can put your arms out, you can put them up, you can genie, you can put them in the middle. I move them because right about now, it's burn, burn, burn. 2, 1, bring it back up. Woo! Switch the other side. Switch the other side. So now back to that narrow lunge. Narrow lunge. This side's tougher for me. I injured my big toe years ago. So when I'm pushing back on my big toe right here, like that hurts. I feel a little pain. So I kind of adjust it. I twist my foot out, or I twist it in, or I push my heel back to take it out of my toe. So here we go, reset. Now to a medium. So down and up. You should be able to go a little lower now. Again, your body's going to want to lean forward. You want to focus it backwards. Keep that weight in that back leg. So I feel it in that front leg when I go down.
I feel it in my back leg.
Yeah. I feel the front when I come up, back leg when I go down, and I squeeze that back leg when I come up. See, you see my neck? I got to focus on keeping that head in neutral spine. Reset. We're going to the pulse. Bring it back a little wider. Now we're just pulsing. Just pulsing.
I don't like the pulse.
So the pulse, you want to lean back and put that weight in that back leg. You're going to feel it in the front thigh, outside thigh, and then that back leg, this whole section right here. You need to take a break, bring it up, get back in it. Right? So reset. Going back to just the hold. Just the hold. Just the hold. Dig that front heel in. Feel it in that. So your pressure's in that front heel. You can actually lift your toes up. You know, pressure should be in your front heel. Get as low as you can. I can't go that low on this side. And I'm burning, baby. I'm burning all in here. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Feel that?
Cramping.
Walk it out. Burnout round. Hands up. Slow down. Explode up. Slow down. Explode up. Slow down. Explode up. Slow down. Kim, shoulder modifier.
Knee up and be on your tiptoes. And tighten your booty. Your glutey. Your glutey booty.
Keep those hands up. Chest and eyes high. Chin tucked.
That's another stretch.
Butt back. Back to the calf hop, either leg. Doesn't matter. Whichever leg you want.
We're not hopping, remember. We are simply
3, 2,
toe.
switch sides. No break. Hey, hey. Always start with my strong side on that one.
Strong side, strong.
Woo! I feel a little burn.
Can you feel
How about
it?
you?
Can you feel
3,
it?
2, 1. Now we're going to that deep lunge. I'm going to put my right forward. Now you just got to get nice and low now. And you just pulse it. You just pulse it. It should feel a little better than those other ones felt. 1, bring it up. Take another leg back. Deep lunge. Pulse it out, baby. Pulse it out. Tighten that core. Push that core back. Keep that head in neutral spine. Get that back knee down. 3, 2, 1. Front leg push. Ready? Next move, squat progression. So just go squat. Other side, squat. Squat. Other side, squat. Put your hands on your hips. So you think about keeping your body up and erect. Here it is from the side. So you're still doing 3 lines. Front toe, back toe, head and hips. All 3 parallel lines. You're trying to keep yourself parallel. Tucking that chin, forcing that chest up, tightening that core. So now we're going to add a squat in it. So left, right, add a squat. I said left, right, just doing
Right,
left.
left,
You know what I meant.
squat.
The other
Whichever
left.
one you're doing.
The other left.
Do the one you want to do.
That's what you say in the Marine Corps. The other left. So on that squat, don't cheat on it. Get it down there and back up.
Don't cheat yourself.
Right.
And we're not cheating us. It's what works for you. So you get down as far as you can.
So the thing with body weight, working with your body, is it works as you work it. So you are the judge. So we're going to lunge squat progression, you guys. You remember this from last week? So it's side, center, side.
And we're just twisting. 1, 2, 3, 4. This I'm not going to be as mobile.
So what are you thinking about? You're thinking about 3 lines, and you're thinking about getting that back knee down on the twist. Back knee down.
Reset, man. This leg is just not cute today.
3, 2, 1. Feet together. Hands in. Going to an abductor squat. Keep those knees together. Body erect. You're squeezing those knees and that butt to inner thighs together. Working on the adductors. Those inner thighs. When you come up on those adductors, squeeze that booty. Squeeze that inner thigh. Down and up. When you go down, keep that chest erect, right? So that you're stretching that back. Coming up. Now we're going to Add a side-to-side move. Down, bring it up, go to that side. Down, squeeze it together. Down, squeeze it together. Chest goes, when you go down, chest stays high, you come up, squeeze the inner thighs together. Now you can move faster if you want. If you want to focus on cardio, you can go slower if you want. It doesn't matter. The point is, squeeze that when you come up. So now when you come up, once you go back into that chair, right? Hold yourself in that chair and just go side to side. Stay low, chest high, chin tuck, shoulders down, neck long. Got that burn in your thighs, burning in your quads. All right, come back to the center, stay low, alternate arms. So you're trying to go opposite toe, opposite fingers, opposite toe. You're trying to keep those knees together. That's tough for me. It's tough for me. Trying to keep the butt down as low as you can, back as straight as you can. This is one of the toughest exercises for me because my core is not so flexible. Bring it up, reset, go into a cardio move, 2 knees. So 1, 2, 1, 2.
We're just marching to.
So we're going to a squat progression, up and over squat progression. So if you have a tough hip, you don't go over as much. Huh?
It just sounds like water.
Keep going. That's it. Keep that body up and down. A little tiny hop. Ready? Up and over. Up and over. Up and over.
Woo!
When you push that leg down, you feel it in the opposite core. Opposite side of your core. Again, shoulders relaxed. Neck long. Swing those arms. Try to get those knees up high. We're trying to focus on that today. Because when I be thinking my knees are high, then I look at the picture, they be all over.
I am studying.
Do your best.
Forget
the rest. So we're going up and over, squat 2 times. I didn't mean to stop. Up and over, squat 2 times. Down, up, down, up. So it's kind of a power squat. Your legs spread a little, go in, spread a little, go in. Up. Kim showing you to modify.
Don't bounce. Step, step, cross over, squat.
So now we're going to take it to another level. We're going to touch the floor in the squat. Come,
I'm not.
You can't touch the floor. Reach down as far as you can. Keeping that back straight, putting that booty down. Chest stays high. That's the key. Down, up, down, up, up. Down, pop, up and over. Down, up, hold it, walk it out. We're going to a deadlift tap. So it's like this. You're just pushing back. So keeping the back flat like a bevel. You're just stepping back. It's supposed to be a flat back.
Sorry guys, I'm off camera. My bad. Look this way. No.
I always do it wrong. Your opposite hand and your opposite foot should be forward. I always do it like a robot.
Okay. That makes more balance.
Now you're going to a slow bevel. I'm going to try to do it without touching anything. So it's over. Bring it back up. Over.
Ooh. So it's the first knee that's holding up need to be bent or straight?
If you don't have as much balance, bend it. If you're good, you can straighten it. If you want to put a chair there, hold your balance, put a chair there. So these are ugly for me. I kind of hunch my back, and I shouldn't. Now you're going to the other side.
Oh, touch first.
Right?
This leg, sorry guys, I'm not going to go down on this one today.
When you go to the floor.
I'll do a little, but that's not a option for me today.
So it's like a bevel.
So watch me.
I keep doing the same hand. It's supposed to be this hand.
Opposite hand.
Opposite hand, opposite foot. Y'all can tell I can't dance, right?
Sir knows.
So now, slow bevel. Going to that tabletop. Bringing it up. Bringing it back. The supporting leg is doing the work. Mine are ugly.
I'm having to do that while I.
Mine are ugly, but I'm doing them anyway. It's about balance. I'm trying to be a big deal. I'm doing without a chair. Holding to a chair. And look ugly. Now I'm going to the burnout. Lunge squat, progression, ready to go. You know this move. So, you want to pick the pace up on yourself. That's right. You're thinking medial line. Back knee down. Back knee down. That's it. That's it. You're almost done, man. About 2.5 minutes. Finish strong. 3, 2, 1. Abductor squat. Bring it down. Keep yourself bent down. Woo! Trying to keep those knees together. Head neutral spine. Back is flat. Just as high as you can get it, which means butt down. 8 seconds. Then we're going to the up and over. 2, 1, ready, up and over. 2 squats. Down, up and over. Down, up. Come on, up and over. That's right, work them hip flexors, work those quads, work that booty, get that cardio in. That's it. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Last one. Going to tap deadness. Opposite hand. Bring it up.
I'm going to stand out on this one.
We'll do one more this side. Switch to the other side. It worked a little better for me now than warmed up. Going to the hop squat. Finish it up. One more. So now hop squat and hip flexor. Going down to the squat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands down. Back leg back. Stretch that hip flexor. Bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other leg back. Stretch that hip flexor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch that hip flexor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo, this leg right here.
Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch that hip flexor. Day 15 in the books, baby.
15 or 16.
Gotta cool down. Gotta cool down. Walk it out. So you just use your abductors. You engage core, your quads, your calves. So it's important that you cool those muscles down. That's your largest muscle groups, right? If not, you'll be stiff and sore later. So let's get the feet wide apart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. We're going to a flat back stretch. So if you gotta bend your knees on the flat back, that's okay. If you can only go to your knees, that's okay. Now I want you to go down as far as you can, keeping that back flat, right? I want you to roll up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat that. Bring your hands up. Go to the flat back. Stretch out those hamstrings. So I want you to push your butt back. So there's weight in your heels. Keep those arms by your ears. Chin tucked. All the way down. Right? So now what I want you to do is move over to your right leg. Grab your foot outside if you can. If you can't, grab your shin, whatever you can. But I want you to tighten that squat, that quad on that right leg. And pull yourself a little closer to it.
Now release it. Slide to the other side. Same thing, grab ankle, foot, chin, whatever. Tighten that quad, pull yourself. Now I feel this one in my lower back. This side is my tighter side. Release it. Come center. Fingertips to the floor, hands to the floor. However you can. Take your feet a little wider apart. Back straight. Right? I want you to turn your body now. If you got bad hips, be nice to yourself. This is called a hip flexor stretch. So you want your hands on the inside, right? Walk yourself up to your knee. Push your body back. Keep that back leg as straight as possible. So you're trying to push the heel into the ground. You're going to feel it engage here.
Your toe or heel?
So
front heel?
Your back heel, you're trying to push down in the ground to keep the back leg straight.
All right.
And your body up high. So now, put those hands in the air and sink a little lower. Right? Lean forward. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hands on both, split your legs. Bring your hands on both sides of your legs. Push yourself back up. Come to the center. Sit there for a second. Now slip to the other side.
This is the side.
Right? Push yourself straight up. So you want to push yourself straight up. Body erect. There you go. You're thinking about keeping that back leg as straight as possible. If you can't go down so low, then come up higher. But your back leg needs to be straight. You're stretching that whole hip flexor there. Very important. So you're keeping your toe parallel to the front toe. Right? Hands up. Sit down a little lower if you can. Keep that back leg straight. If you can't go so low, then raise up. Put your hands out. Exhale. Come down. Hands to the floor. Split your legs. Bring your legs, your hands on both sides.
One side.
And one side. So you feel that stretch on the inner thigh. Push yourself back up.
Gotcha.
Come center.
Woo! Nope. Don't hurt me today, y'all.
So, relax, release, cat-cow, reset your spine, push yourself all the way up, using those legs, tightening that butt, getting it out your back, roll all the way up, bring your feet together. Let's finish it off. 3 exhales. 1, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Thank God for another day. The ability to live, move, and have our being in Him. We commanded our day, connected our mind, soul, and body, and we will communicate well today.
Definitely, we will manage conflict when we communicate well. God bless you guys. Hopefully you did better today than you did before. If not, guess what? You get a chance to do it tomorrow. Hi, Veronica.
Got a little sweat happening? You should have a little sweat happening. Make it a great day or not, you guys. Choice is yours. 15 in the books.